I think we have seen the first $1 billion funding round in the crypto industry. Big raise from NYDIG, which is an institutional Bitcoin broker, but also comes with big plans, big ambitions. And I think that's interesting. Ian Allison was able to talk to NYDIG's chief innovation officer this morning, and they sketched out a vision for where NYDIG is going. To date, NYDIG has sort of been a behind the scenes player. Now they want to be behind the scenes, but in a big way, behind everyone from hospitality brands offering Bitcoin reward points to your local bank offering Bitcoin buy, sell, and trade services. So a $1 billion funding round that valued this player at $7 billion, not the biggest valuation that we've seen in the crypto industry. Recall that FTX was valued at $18 billion in its $900 million funding round earlier this year. But $1 billion for this company is pretty crazy. And I think the CIO, at least, was pretty compelling at sketching out a vision for why this investment might make sense for some of these investors. I'm going to throw this to Will. I mean, I think NYDIG, again, they've been a little bit a little bit hard to pin down on what it is that they're envisioning for themselves in the future. But now we're kind of having a bit of a moment to understand, oh, got it. They see this as an opportunity for consumers as well as for Wall Street. So what are your thoughts on this one?
Totally. I think they have been really hard to pin down. And that's because the thing they do, most people are not interested in. And that's like behind the scenes infrastructure for banking. What they're doing is going around to different banks around the US, and they've integrated Bitcoin into the backend infrastructure so that your normal bank can take Bitcoin in a way that it's never been able to do before. And it's a pretty innovative approach. We've seen a lot of people like the Coinbases of the world try to do, hey, we're going to build a marketplace. Come buy Bitcoin from us directly. Your consumer, unload your ID, put all your banking information in there, and we'll make you a wallet. You can buy Bitcoin this way. NYDIG's taking the other side, saying, hey, banks, come to us. We'll give you the ability so people can buy Bitcoin through you. And then we just have all-in-one TradFi shop with a Bitcoin element kind of plugged into it. And it's pretty smart and it's working. And I think this rollout here just kind of solidifies that the model has worked over the last 2 years. NYDIG wasn't really a name that most people knew about 2 years ago. Most people know about it now. And I think this $1 billion raise and the market cap or whatever that they have shows that they really mean business. And with the integrations that you're talking about, Zach, it's only going to solidify their movement. I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, I think it's interesting just to think of Bitcoin in any business, according to their CEO. And to do that, they have to leverage some of these technical innovations of the Bitcoin blockchain itself. We're talking about Taproot. We're talking about Lightning payments. That's something that they mentioned in their announcement this morning. I'm going to throw it straight to Naomi. On the payments front, when we're looking sort of the back end systems that could make this possible, could make this part of every business in America. What are the technical the challenges that they need to account for?
Oh, gosh, that's a deep question. But to dive into, this comment that he made saying to potentially expand Bitcoin's reach into any industry, I just love that so much because there are technical challenges. You have a specialist in the industry focusing on that and just making it interoperable with any business so that not everyone has to become an expert in crypto. I think that's kind of awesome. But also, this is what crypto is meant for. Crypto isn't meant to be this isolated financial tool that's just some speculation device that is isolated in just the finance industry. This is something that's pervasive. Like money is pervasive in our lives and everything we do. We need money as a way to transfer value from the fruits of our labor, into things that we want to exchange it for, specialization of skill set and all of that. And so it's like, it's pervasive. If we want crypto to be pervasive as well, if we want Bitcoin, to become a substitute for fiat sovereign currency, government money, then we're going to need it everywhere. We're going to need all businesses interacting with it. But as we know, talking on this show, there's a high barrier to entry for getting involved with this stuff. You kind of really need to be interested in it to have the bandwidth to dig in and kind of wrap your head around it because it's complicated and it takes all of us a long time to get it. And not everyone just has that time. They're focusing on their own industry and they should be focusing on being specialists in their own industry. So now it's interesting that we have companies that are saying, listen, we are going to lay the pipes down and everyone can use them. So I like that they're providing that specialist side of things for any industry to plug into. And that's exactly the direction that we want to be going into.